gonna be sitting up coming to me talking about your man doing this, your man doing that, your man this, your man that, your problems with your man, your situation with your man, and the whole time your man is my man. Your man is my man, is my man, is your man. No. What's up, you guys? So I know it's been a month of Sundays since I've made a video, and I'll make another video explaining why I've been gone so long. But I'm back, okay? And that's all that matters. And today, as you can tell by the title, we're going to be doing a review on Braxton Family Values. Okay, Braxton Family Values. And I'm so excited because I have literally been watching this show since I was like a teenager, okay? And anybody that knows me knows that I am a Tamartian, okay? I love Tamar. So, let's get into it. Let me address that it's after Halloween, so in this household, that means that it's Christmas, which is why my Christmas tree is back here. So, let's go on and discuss Braxton Family Values. It's been about, well, like a year or so since they've been on, or I think it's been since like 2018 or something. It's been a while. It's been like a long time. And I started to go back yesterday and watch the season over again, but I forgot they be having like 20 something episodes in that season. I said, oh no God, we're not doing it. We start off with the family addressing Tamar's suicide, and if you all have been following, then we already know that Tamar felt like they were fake and phony and fraudulent with this going back and refilming how they felt when it happened. And you can tell Tracy wasn't really here for it. Like, Tracy is just not here for none of the games, none of the shenanigans in my Jocelyn Hernandez voice. Like, she just was not here for none of that. So, I don't know. Everything was just off. They probably did go back and refilm that after it happened. It makes it like not genuine, I guess, but whatever. Then we go to Tony doing a photo shoot for her new album, and she's gonna be going on tour soon, and she's really happy, and because she loves touring and all of that. Tamar shows up with some champagne. I'm gonna just say the shirt that Tony had on did low-key look like a shower curtain. I was like, you know, like the little loops that you hook the little things from, that it was giving shower curtain. And I was just like, okay, I guess that's supposed to be high fashion or whatever. Like, all right, girl. Tamar and Tony discuss whether they're going to Trina's bachelorette party. And I feel like it's a running theme on the show that Tony and Tamar don't really go to other people's things, but people always go to theirs. Like, I feel like that's just been a continuous thing on the show. I might be wrong. I feel like I'm right, though. Because I feel like it's always a battle of, oh, they didn't come to my thing, da-da-da-da. We have Tracy and her husband strolling in the park talking about how Tracy feels about the whole Napa Valley situation and every other issue she has with her sisters that she's had for as long as I've been alive. And I just feel like I'm tired, okay? I'm tired. Your sisters did you wrong. We understand. And I was going to say either just stop fooling with them or something, but clearly they have to still be on the show together because that's why we're getting another season almost 2 years later. I'm kind of tired of seeing Tracy all heartbroken because of how her sisters have treated her. Like, let these people go. Cuss these people out and move on, girl. Oh, and then she also threw in a little shade about, you know, going to the wedding and she's the only one that's been married one time and everybody else been married 3, 4, 5 times. I said, no, hold on, Tracy. Was that shade really necessary? Was it really necessary, girl? No. Oh, and how people's boyfriends, aka Tawanda's boyfriend, need to stay in their lane because they don't know what flavor the Kool-Aid is, okay? And I kind of agree with that, but you have to realize that Tawanda has probably talked to her boyfriend about what has gone on in their sistership, and of course she probably had to say something because of how Tracy was acting at Napa Valley. I'm gonna have to go back and watch those episodes and see what really happened, because apparently she was really spazzing out. But like I said, it's been almost 30 years since they had a season, so how am I supposed to remember? Okay. But I'm sure Tawanda had to tell her side, and you know what they say, it's 3 sides to a story: his side, her side, and the truth, okay? And the truth is somewhere in the middle. Tracy feels like if her sisters wanted to fix the situation, they would have fixed it already by now. And I kind of agree with that, which is why I'm kind of tired of seeing her so heartbroken every season. Like, they're fine with how stuff is, so just, not saying she should just take it, but If they're not gonna change, then you got, at some point, you gotta stop beating yourself up about it or letting it get to you. You gotta let that go. Write it down, burn it, throw it in the wind, wherever. You gotta let that go, baby. She's really been mad probably for as long as I've been alive, y'all. And I can't, like, you can't fault her for that because they did do her wrong. But it's like, at what point do you stop being mad? Because being mad at other people takes a toll on your health eventually. And other people still be out here doing what they want to do. So you can't just sit up and be mad forever. You need to let that go, girl. Let it go. Let it go, Tracy. Then we have Tawanda and Tamika from Escape. They're setting up for Trina's bachelorette party, and there's plenty of male genitalia decor around the area. Trina is getting ready for her party, and Miss E stops by just to say hey or whatever. And Trina is really excited that her family is going to be there despite all of the tensions that there is still from Napa Valley. Trina feels like Tamar should still apologize to her for how she acted when Vaughn proposed to her at her birthday dinner. And I just feel like, did Vaughn talk to her about proposing at her birthday dinner before he did it? Because that could have been the issue. But I'm also the same person. Don't propose at nothing that's for me, okay? Trina is getting married in St. Louis because Vaughn's mom is sick, so they moved the wedding closer to her because, of course, you don't want to have a wedding without your spouse's parent or parents there. So now we're back at Trina's bachelorette party, and everybody's getting dressed. Tracy shows up, and she doesn't know how things are going to go, but she going to go in there with a little chip on her shoulder that's like this big instead of this big, okay? She gonna go in there with a little chip on her shoulder just so people know, like, we here, but we ain't here, okay? So she had to let them know, like, well, I'm here, but we ain't cool. So don't think that it is what it ain't. She came in and she gave Tawanda a little nice, nasty church hug and kiss, like she barely knew her. Well, not like she barely knew her, but it wasn't like no sisterly thing. And I was just like, girl, Tracy, we really going all out with this. Okay, whatever. Trina shows up, and is it just me, or did they have everybody from another WeTV show in there? Like, well, maybe not WeTV, but I feel like I saw a lot of people from other reality shows there. Granted, they might be friends. I know that Trina and Quad did the whole Sister Circle thing together. But I saw, like, Lily from SWV in there, and I was like, girl, what you doing here? Trina goes upstairs to get dressed in her lingerie, and Tamar just so happened to have some for her, so she was grateful for that. So the party ensues, and we go downstairs, and they have these two models that were doing like orgasmic awareness exercises or something of the nature. I don't know. It was really weird for me. Like, they were down there on the floor. Y'all know the little statues that your mama probably had on the end table or the coffee table with the little, like, sensual structures and stuff? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna put a picture of them right here. But y'all know what I'm talking about when y'all see the picture. So everybody was laughing and talking, and then of course we have to have a dramatic scene. And Trina gets up and she gets mad because everybody's being so disrespectful. And Quad goes and follows her, and they take a shot, and everything's all good in the neighborhood after that. We fly back over to Tony, and she's doing a video shoot trying to channel her inner Janet Jackson. Not much to talk about there. Don't really care. Back to the bachelorette party. So we get back, and we have a butt booty naked stripper come out with, look like the cutting board from my kitchen, and a cucumber and a grapefruit. Now we all know the grapefruit video. He was going to show the women how to make it do what it do, if you catch my drift. Okay, I was sitting over there looking like Tamar, honestly, because I was like, I know they didn't just bring these out on TV at that. I was just like, wow, okay. Then we had more scrippers and more scrippers and more scrippers and more scrippers, and I was tired because, like I said earlier, I do not care for male strippers. They're just corny, like just the whole gyration of it all from them. Like it's the 2007 videos. When y'all remember when the dudes used to record themselves dancing and dry humping the air and grinding on the floor, that's real what male strippers give me. And it's real corny. It's the wedding weekend, and Trina and Vaughn meet up with her dad and Miss Wanda to discuss the guest list and whether her dad is going to be singing at the wedding or not. And we all remember that previously when they went to Mexico, Trina's dad told them that the reason why he didn't come to her first wedding was because she gave him an ultimatum basically and said, you can come, but I don't want Miss Wanda there. But if I'm not mistaken, wasn't that fresh off of when, like when she first got married, wasn't that fresh off of when her dad and mom got divorced because her daddy was sleeping with her mama's best friend, and her mama's best friend was coming to her talking about her man and all that stuff, her man this, her man that, my man doing this, my man doing that, and the whole time her man was her man? Wasn't that around the same time? Like, how you mad at them for being mad? Y'all were wrong. Y'all were wrong. Dead wrong. Top dollar sign Trey Songz, dead wrong. Okay? Y'all were wrong. And there's no other way to put that. How you gonna be sitting up? Don't make me drop my phone. That's how mad I am. How you gonna be sitting up coming to me talking about your man doing this, your man doing that, your man this, your man that, your problems with your man, your situation with your man, and the whole time your man is my man. Your man is my man, is my man, is your man. No. No. And you mad at your children for being mad at that and being on their mama's side? Because you was a dirty, trifling son of a gun. You was laying it low and spreading it wide. No, God. No. No, Michael Braxton. You would never be right for that. I'm surprised they ever even forgave you for it. That you could ever even be in their presence after the type of stuff that you and Wanda pulled. I cannot believe you. And then you gonna have the nurse talking about, don't give me no ultimatum. What do you mean? Girl. And then her dad had the nerve to bring up that everybody ought to be over it because him and Miss Wanda been married for almost 20 years. We don't care. Y'all were wrong. Wrong. You were wrong. Okay? Then they discussed who the bridesmaids and groomsmen are going to be. And she was basically like, none of her sisters. Because it's just, they want to have like an untraditional all-male bridal party. And it's just going to be her two sons, and then Vaughn is going to have his two sons, and his brother's going to be his best man. Mikey couldn't have been your best man. Did she say Mikey was going to be in the wedding? I don't know. Either way, I was just like, okay, girl, whatever floats your boat. Tawanda meets with Tracy, and they show a recap of Tracy spazzing out on the Napa trip because Tawanda was like, Tracy was mad at everybody. She called Tawanda a sneaky, slithering snake son of a gun. Yes, for the alliteration. And she told Tamar she was hard to love. She went off on Tawanda's boyfriend. Like, it was just allure. Okay, allure. It's not really Tawanda's place to say, okay, well, it's time to resolve it, because you aren't the one who something was done to. Even though all of this stuff has been dragged out over all these years, like she eventually said, you can't tell somebody when to heal. And who knows? I mean, they just keep doing stuff to Tracy. So when is she supposed to heal? Because they still treating her like a redheaded stepchild. So when is she supposed to heal? Tawanda apologizes for Tracy feeling like she's smothered, or like there are no boundaries in their sisterhoodship, whatever. Tracy feels like the apology is not sincere, because she feels like, and I agree with that sentiment, if you keep apologizing for the same thing, you're not really sorry about whatever you're apologizing for. So I get what she means when she says, like, you know, they keep apologizing for the same thing over and over again. It's a never-ending saga, blah, 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 blah. But my thing is, at what point do you get tired of dealing with it, Tracy? But maybe Napa Valley was her point of getting tired of dealing with it, you know? Who knows? Whatever, I guess we'll see for the rest of the season. Either way, Tawanda apologized for herself, but it still seemed like she was just doing it. I feel like a lot of times people feel like they can apologize just to go on and get over the situation, and that's not how stuff works. You're not really apologizing for the bulk of the situation. You're apologizing like, okay, let me just go ahead and say this and let's get it over with. Tracy lets it be known that she's still grieving her niece that died last year, and it is so weird because I couldn't tell from the picture. I thought the niece that died was the one that looked like Tawanda, but on the picture that they showed, that didn't look like the niece that I thought it was. I mean, of course, people can have more than one child, but I'm just saying, I was just really confused on what niece it was. Tracy felt like, that was her second daughter, and I think that's because they all lived in the same area. Just like she has more of a relationship with their dad than the other girls do because they all lived, and so everybody else moved from the DMV area and they stayed there. This season seems like it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait to watch it. I would love to see what made Tamar say, "This is my last scene and season." This season, because she said that the other season, and it wasn't her last scene of season. Did anybody watch Tamar Get Your Life? I personally could not see Tamar in that light. Like, it just seemed like it was too much going on with her, and I'm just like, where is the Tay-Tay that I know? Well, not know, but where is the Tay-Tay that I love, that I see, that's bubbly and our personality everywhere? Like, it just really seemed like she was going through, like, and I do not like that sneaky, slithering snake, David Efeso, or whatever his name is. The reason why you didn't want nobody to see the footage was because you knew you was on there acting a monkey fool, and you didn't want nobody to look at you in the light that we already looking at you in. Okay, I just didn't like that whole situation. I didn't like seeing Tamar like that. I didn't like seeing David. I didn't like how he was treating Goldie. I don't think I watched the last episode because I just couldn't do it. Like, I just could not do it. Okay, that's it for this episode, y'all. This is Braxton Family Values season 7 episode 1. Hope y'all enjoyed this review, and I'll see y'all in the next one.